because of school, it's because of college and high school, the communities you grew up with, it's because of your kids' involvements, and so on and so forth. And when you build friendships with people, you find out a lot about them, okay? I'm not going to do that here today, but I can tell you in less than 10 minutes, I can take anybody in this audience, and I'll know more about you than the people that have known you for years. I'll know about where you live, I'll know about where you used to live, I'll know about your families and what they do, and different parts of the country where they all live in today, which basically what I'm building in my mind is the prospect list of where I'm about to take the business model. You don't even know it yet. All right? And then the fourth and last thing is profession. What do you do for a living? And then with what you do for a living, we may find out where you fit in the area of the wheel of opportunity. You might say, well, Dave, I'm in the insurance industry. Great. Obviously, you fit in every path or every area of the spokes because what? You know, you have clients, you're cultivating clients, and each of those clients, and by the way, every day that an insurance agent is not involved in our business, they lost a sale. Because all of you here today are members, and whoever your insurance agent is lost the commission. Mm-hmm. Because the fact of the matter is, they marketed you their health and life, but they didn't market you your legal membership, so they lost the commission. So does it make sense that anybody that's involved in any industry have this as part of their portfolio? Why would an insurance agent want to be involved in our business? Why? Well, they're offering automobile insurance. What happens when your insurance goes up because Johnny's tickets are so bad, and they can add a product that they could have delivered to you that would have helped you keep those rates down, and obviously more than paid for the membership, which is right? Why would they sell you life insurance and you don't have a will? And the fact of the matter is, so it's just common sense is what this comes down to, right? So for fun right now, everybody just take a look at the person beside you and just compliment them. Say something nice about them. Right, shake your hand, introduce yourself to them. Okay, all right. Okay, that's good. I want to go quick on this, but I want everybody to understand, how many of you feel better if you've been sitting beside this person for a little while? All right, you haven't really got to know them very good, but all of a sudden when you shake their hand, all of a sudden you what? You feel better. Would you all agree? All right, so again, and then you start talking to them about, you know, where do you live, so on and so forth. Then you start general everyday conversation. It's stuff we do every day of our lives. But the problem is that we can't take what we do with our so-called Plan B because we can't give them Plan B. We want to take them to Plan A, where they own and operate their business. But now you have the vehicle to what? To give. And that's what I never had. I never had the vehicle to give. I can compliment people all day long. I can make a contact with them. I can build a friendship with them. I can talk about their profession. But the fact of the matter is, I never really had anything to give them after that. So what do you do for a living? Great. And then when they say to you, Dave, what do you do for a living? I just say, everybody say Legal Shield. Well, what's Legal Shield? I'm surprised you don't own our membership. I said, you got family and kids driving and you don't own our membership? I said, you're kidding. No, I've never heard of your membership. I said, that's unbelievable. Intelligent person like you don't have our membership. Well, let me explain it. And at that point in time, you're into the what? The presentation side of it. Explaining how it fits. But I get to know people. Are you with me? And so when I get to know them, then I find out a little about their kids, their families, and all that, and I see how all that fits. All right? And you know, and so it's very simple. So I want everybody to understand that 4-step process. Somebody said, well, Dave, I don't have your personality. Well, write this down. You need a new one. Because maybe the one you've got sucks. Because you're pretty cruel. No. Don't tell me you can't change. Well, I'm shining backwards. How the hell did you get shining backwards? You got to reverse everything? You step backwards? I mean, you're not shining backwards. I never heard all this. You know, you just never been involved in anything that got you out. Okay? All right? I mean, we tie your leg like an elephant, let you walk in a circle, and I tie you still walking around the circle. Okay? So let's get out of this so-called mentality, all right? It takes that much of a decision to make to change your life. That's just that simple. You're driving down the road, an animal runs out, you don't sit there and get out the book to decide what animal this is. At 80 miles an hour, you thump the little sucker. You're probably going to apply the brake, am I right? Okay? And, you know, the problem with a lot of people in our country today, they're they're all brakes. You know, their lights are going on. Everything that pops up, oh, that's a brake. Oh, I got to think about that. That's a brake. That's a brake. That's a brake. How about taking the brake out of your car one day? Take it reverse out so you can't go backwards. Take brake out so you can't stop. Put the sucker in drive. And go. You're going to end up somewhere. Would you all agree? Right now, you're going to end up somewhere. This is pretty interesting training. You know, I just want all of you to get a different personality. Are you all with me? Be aggressive in life, okay? Give it away. You got something value here. What are you afraid to give away? What are you afraid to give away? Don't you want to help people? See, I just really want to help people. I want to help kids. I want to help you. I want to help individuals and families, because the greatest asset, the greatest reward for me is to get a call from somebody who says, thank you for this membership. Because, man, here's what it did for my family. Here's what it did for blank. And I know one thing, if you use it, there's no way in the world you can't entertain the value of it. I know when you get that world, I know the value of it. So I go to bed at night thanking God for the opportunity to be able to present and provide something that really is true value. I'm not out there marketing gimmicks, okay? You know, there's gimmicks out there all day long, and you'll be affected with those from time to time. People come to you and say, well, I'm in this here nutritional deal over here. Well, actually, what's in that pill? I don't know, but they say it's good. Only $500 to get in. Right? Or I got this skincare stuff over here. You put this on and you're going to have a new face. Well, what's wrong with the old one? And for, you know, a couple $100, you know, the old one don't look bad. Are you all with me? I don't disrespect any of this crap that's out there. You know, but the whole point is, you're in a real industry. Are you all with me? This ain't no gimmick and gag. Somebody said, what's it? Network marketing? I said, not as you know it. So we're a hybrid of an industry. We took the insurance industry and a little twist of it and applied it together. There's nobody like us in the world today. We stand alone. All right? You can't go buy our product at the store. You can't buy our product. You can't go to a manufacturer and have 30 of them put in a different label. Okay? Well, we stand alone. We're in a real business here today. I want everybody to understand the maturity of what we do and how we do it. You know, because everybody gets calls. I get calls every day. Somebody says, I got in this nutritional deal, and I want to recruit you. I said, you do? I said, how many of these deals you been in? Well, this is the 10th one. What happened the other 9? Well, they weren't good companies. So, by the way, since you're marketing those products, you might want to have a membership in our company, because when you market that and you make claims, you might need some legal help down the road. Good idea. Would you all agree?
Yes, sir.
Now, okay, again, let's talk a little bit about that. I want to cover that real quick, because sometimes you get approached by people that will try to recruit you. And hang on a second, somebody's trying to get over me. This is my mechanic. He's been working on one of my cars. Davey! Yeah, well, am I at a meeting? All right. Am I at a meeting?
Yes!
I'll call you a little later, Davey. He'll be in the business tomorrow morning. Are you all right? Fun guy. Okay, so again, I want to talk about those sports things. Everybody got it? Because again, we're going to get solid training here today on the things that are important in understanding. Again, we're going to do what? Compliment people, contacts, building friendships, and so forth. And here's what happens when I'm building these friendships. When I'm building these friendships with individuals, and I start asking these questions, okay, like the, you know, it could be any example. So that, you know, this is a person here, you know, this is me, and this is you, your person A. And I start talking to you about what our business model is all about. And number one, my primary interest is to meet the people that you know as fast as I can, but you don't even understand why I want to meet them. All right? Okay? So we want to sell this. We want this person to own a membership, obviously. Okay? Let's say I meet this person on the phone. Because she says, well, Dave, I have I have a couple brothers and sisters. One lives in Ohio. One lives in Michigan. Okay? One lives in Illinois. And so forth. I said, what do they do? Well, this one does this one does that. Okay? All right? And then from that process, it can continue to duplicate itself. Okay? And I used to live out in California. You know, I live in Illinois today, but You used to live in California. Where do you live in California? Well, I lived out in San Francisco, the Bay Area. I said, well, who do you know out there? He says, you still have a lot of contacts out there? Oh, yeah, I have a lot of people out there. Friends and so forth, okay? And I said, where else have you lived? Well, I used to live down in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I said, well, in fact, I went to school down in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I said, you still have a lot of friends in that? And they said, oh, yeah, lots of friends in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So the point I'm trying to make is that one person leads me to all this contact base. And again, what I'm really interested in is only one person out of all of this that really is primarily interested in building a business. Okay? But it's the domino theory is what it comes down to. So again, I meet this person, which is you, person A, who leads me to somebody here, leads me to somebody here, and eventually this becomes the person that wants to build a business. And this is where I attach my wife. This is where I come in and start to build a business with that individual. But I want you to know that I do that before they ever even understand what the business model is all about, before they even understand what we do and how we do it. So let's assume today that I just introduced you on the plane, and then you say, Dave, I said, here's what I'll do. I'll give them some material. I always carry a couple things with me, all right? Basically just a new brochure. We got the legal brochure and so forth. And I'll direct them to my website, okay, to take more of a look at what we're doing. Then I'll call them up tomorrow morning, all right? Say, by the way, as you research the website, okay, and see some information on there, I'm going to call and I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about what our business model is all about. I said, is tomorrow a good time to call? Yeah, call me tomorrow. So I call them up and I'll say, hey, Mary or Bill, I said, look, you and I met on the plane. I said, enjoyed meeting you. I said, you got a great life. I said, it was great talking about your family and your children and so on and so forth. And I said, have you been to the website yet? Well, no, I haven't. Well, let's go to it right now. And I want you to go to the website. I want you to log in and take a very, very good look at this business model. And I said, look, I said, I've learned a lot about them on the plane. Found out a little bit about, what their profession is, possibly what their, what their result, where they're going. Maybe they're at a dead-end opportunity, okay? And they said, well, Dave, owning this membership, I can see that. I don't know if I really want to get into business. I said, look, maybe you don't want to get into business, but our business model is designed even for people who do not have time, people who are not interested, okay? People who don't like the market. Our business model is designed for that. They said, what do you mean by that? I said, look, you have a friend out in California. You have your contacts in, California. You have your contacts in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to talk to a few of those people and basically direct them to the website, have some conversation with them, and see if there's any interest there at all. And if there is, fine. If there not, we'll forget the whole thing. So the primary objective is to do what? Is to meet some of the people, expose the program to some of the people that they have in order to find somebody who's primarily interested in doing what? Building the business. See, ladies and gentlemen, the guy who brought me into the business, think about this, the millions of dollars that he's made, basically was just because he took the opportunity and exposed it to me, right? So I never know who's going to be the next great success in our business. But I know one person can lead me to the next person, can lead me to the next person, can lead me to the next person, all right? And I'll give you a good example of this. I want everybody to say, I'm sure glad you said that. I'm sure glad you said that. I'm going to go into this a little quicker. It's all right, okay? I'm sure glad you said that. Somebody said, well, Dave, what are the objectives that you would have if you presented this to me? Or somebody. What would the objectives would be? Well, somebody may come back and will say, Dave, I don't like to sell. Anybody ever hear that? Yes. All right, everybody repeat after me. I'm sure glad you said that. Okay. I says, our business is not designed for somebody who likes to sell. You like to sell, that's fine, but we don't want you to sell in our business. Where we see you at is the management side of our business. All right? So this is you right here. You have no interest in what? In selling as far as the membership, as far as the memberships, because there's no selling. But you may have a great deal of contacts across the country that might be interested in the business model. All right? And this is where I come in. This is me. I'm going to come down and assist and help developing a business model and creating an income flow for you, even if you don't sell. I said, is that a pretty good deal? Everybody says generally what? Not a bad deal. Would you agree? Write this down. Put people in the comfort zone. When people are put in their comfort zone, they're willing to respond. If you take them out of their comfort zone, if you tell people this, well, they say, well, I don't like to sell. And you go, so well, we'll teach you how to sell. That's the wrong thing. They just said they don't want to sell. So again, you might as well just agree with them, right? Yes. Let's now sell a thing. Where I see you is the management side of our business model, right? How many of you have ever heard this one? Well, I don't have any time. Everybody repeat after me. Our business was specifically designed for people who don't have any time. I said, this is you, you have no time.